Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches come their way. It's Peterson's Vikings going up against Lacey's Packers. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that leads to a Minnesota first down.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. They'll look to throw here on first down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Kyle Rudolph doing his job and making another nice catch. Come on, it's the month of December. You knew he was going to be there, right?
I knew you were going to go there. Second down now after the pass completion. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. That's caught by Treadwell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now a first down following that long gain. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Vikings send out Blair Walsh to try the field goal here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
They come out here in the I. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give the Packers a first down. You think back at Alabama, he was there, Ingram was there, Richardson all at the same time. Boy, they produced some backs, haven't they?
They do. They are run-heavy, and backs are attracted to that. They know they're going to carry the football often, and they'll get plenty of help from those big people up front. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
58.
On 2nd down, Lacey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Jump out! Shift! Green 18. Get reset. Hey, easy. Green 18.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate.
Lacey hit. He lost the football. It's out. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Reset. Hey, easy. Watch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebackers, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Now the 4th-year man, Jeff Locke, on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give the tackle there to Terrence Newman.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down following the run. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Again, it's Lacey. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Defense showing blitz. Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Left, watch left.
Now Rodgers will handle Lacey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. In motion, the tight end. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And now it's 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. From the midfield stripe, they'll look nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former first-round pick, Dayton Jones, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Halfback sent in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run again with Peterson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Screen play, McKinnon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive with Lacey. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. They run it again with Lacey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Rodgers with a give. It's Lacey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a pitch out to Lacey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And they get 28 yards on that one. And the Packers are going to have a first down.
It's hard to believe when we look at the numbers that our statistician Marvin has given us about Aaron Rodgers today, that he's been held to this few. That's not normal for him.
And that explains the scoreboard, doesn't it?
It really does. As he goes, so goes his team, and he is just absolutely scintillating, but it's still not over for him yet.
Rodgers now on first down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
319!
Back to the ground, it's Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They come out here in the eye. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
been busy this afternoon. It's Lacey. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And the play clock's running down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Stays on his feet. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So 2 field goals now for Crosby, a man who became the Packers' all-time leading scorer last year, topping the mark set by Ryan Longwell.
And as you know, Lambeau Field is not an easy place to kick field goals, especially when you get into December and January. But Crosby's been a steadying influence on some real good Packers teams.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Another pistol look here. On second down, Peterson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, Peterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come up in an offset eye. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, troop, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw, and Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Here's Perkins on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
7 yards remain now on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, Everson Griffin, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Jacob Shum now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Time for a break. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And on 2nd and 10 now. Getting it to their playmaker, Cordero Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Rodgers going to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here's Jacob Shum now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And now out comes Minnesota. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
you